Hello and welcome to Guitar Techniques. This is lesson 5, the Tasteful Clawhammer Noodling in G major. And if you don't know what noodling is, it's kind of messing around on the guitar when you've got nothing better to do, nothing better to play. And hopefully you'll find this interesting and fun, and you might even be able to put it into one of your songs. I'm using a really lovely Gibson J45 today. I've had this since the 90s. It's not an original J45 from the 40s, I'm guessing, or maybe 30s. It's a reissue, but still lovely. Got lovely low action. It's got these rather nasty little plastic machine heads, which I don't particularly like, but they do kind of work. One day I'll replace them with something a bit bigger. But anyway, it's a smashing guitar. I've used it on lots of recordings, and it's a good friend to me. Let's talk about getting comfortable before you play. The last few videos I've been sitting with my feet under this table that I'm sitting at here, and when I've been playing I've been putting one foot on top of the other, which is a ridiculous thing to be doing, obviously. So what I've done today, out of shot, I've got my right foot on a guitar footstool, you know, the sort that classical guitarists use. Instead of having it underneath my left foot, which is what a classical guitarist would do, I've got it underneath my right foot, just to bring this right leg up a little bit, and I'm already feeling far more comfortable than I was. Always sit in a chair where you can sit upright. It's not a great idea to slump back in a sofa when you're playing, or to sit in an armchair. I'm sitting in this office chair, which probably isn't that ideal, but it serves my purpose. So we've got some new things coming actually today. We've got the use of the ring finger, which is this finger here. We were calling this finger A in the first couple of videos. I've now changed that to R for ring finger. So our convention is T for thumb, I for index, M for middle, R for ring finger. And we don't use the little finger to pick on the guitar. Well, I don't. There may be some people that do out there, but I actually don't. And we've got some double hammering on, all kinds of stuff. So let's get to it. We're going to be playing basically in the key of G. Let's take a look at this G added second chord. What I'm going to do is put my third finger behind the third fret of the bass E string, my little finger behind the third fret of the high-pitched E string, so both E strings, and my second finger is going to go behind the second fret of the G string. So 3 fingers down. The added second is this note A on the G string, okay, and you could call that the added ninth as well, so some people call this called G added ninth. The strings I'm going to pick are as follows: the E, low E, open D, G string, low E again, B string, D string, and a high-pitched E string. And the timing is my typical clawhammer: 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So you've got a crotchet that's got a single vertical line, and you've got 3 pairs of quavers, and the timing strokes are beamed at the bottom. Imagine that, if you will, as having note heads on, but instead they've got the numbers for the tab. Now picking thumb, T, index, I, thumb, T, middle, M, thumb, T, and then ring finger, R. The ring finger picks this high-pitched E string in this example. And that's it. And the counting underneath: 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Obviously it's 4 beats to the bar. You can see the time signature at the beginning, 4/4. And you can see the strings are labelled up for you in this example: E, B, G, D, A, E, so you know which way up you are. So nice and relaxed. And make sure you're arching and pressing really carefully. What happens in the second bar is, on the last note, you let the finger come off the G string and play an open G. So you change from G added second to a G, and the G, you just need your third finger on the bass E string, third fret. So let's have a listen to those 2 bars. And bars 3 and 4 are a straightforward repeat of bars 1 and 2. So let's play those first 4 bars. And in fact, I left my little finger on the E string, the high pitched E string, doesn't matter if you lift it or leave it on. Now here's a nice thing. On bar 5, you can see it looks a bit complicated. You've got 3 strings that appear to be pinched at the same time. Actually, what you do is this. You've got your 3rd finger behind the 3rd fret of the E string to start with. That's all you need on. You pinch the B string at string number 2 and the low pitched E string, string number 6, together. So you play the B string with the middle finger, M, and the low E string with the thumb. And once you pinch them together, watch what happens. The 1st finger hammers down behind the 1st fret of the B string from there to there, and the 2nd finger, even though you haven't actually played the D string, hammers down to behind the 2nd fret of the D string. So you actually go like that. You haven't actually played the D string, but you hear the sound just by virtue of hammering down. So you're actually physically playing the B string and the E string, and the D string sounds by virtue of the hammer. So the shape you end up with is this: 1st fret of the B, 2nd fret of the D, 3rd fret of the E. That chord is C with a G bass, C/G, and first 2 quavers of the bar, 1 and. Now you keep that chord on and carry on picking D string, G string, low E string, B string, D string, G string. And the picking there, it's thumb and middle finger, thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index. And this time, the timing is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it's 4 pairs of quavers. Now, here's a nice thing. Lift your 3rd finger up, move the 2 fingers that are left on up 2 frets. You may hear a bit of a squeak when you do that, and you have this chord. Rather a jangly, interesting sound. I'm calling this chord D sus4 with an F sharp bass. If you want to know why that is, it's because the D string is carrying the note F sharp, there's the F sharp bass. The open G is the sus4 of D, the note G, which we have done in a previous video, although not particularly that G. And the D is the root, 3rd fret of the B string. So now, why does that sound so good? Well, it's because this note, the F sharp, the note on the D string, and the note on the G string are a semitone apart. Now, if you were to play those 2 notes together, they'd sound horrible because they are a semitone apart. I don't know if you've ever played 2 side-by-side notes on a piano keyboard, they always sound terrible. But because we're separating them and they're ringing on, they sound kind of mysterious and jangly and nice. So you pick D, G, B, D, thumb, index, middle, thumb. And then, when you play the 4th string again, you slide both the fingers back to where they were in the previous bar. Now, in sliding, you sound the 2nd fret of the D string, so you don't have to pick the D string again. And when you've arrived back where you were before, you play G string, B string, G string. And that is actually a C chord. So let's listen to those 2 bars. Really nice, isn't it, that? And then the final 2 bars. So bar 7 starts with a simple G chord, 3rd finger, 3rd fret bass E string. You play that string with your thumb. Then you play the B and the D strings together, pinch them together. The middle finger plucks the B string, the thumb plucks the D string. Hammer fingers 1 and 2 down, just like you did before. The 1st finger goes to the 1st fret of the B, and the 2nd finger goes to the 2nd fret of the D. And that's then, of course, the C with the G bass. Having done that, you just keep that shape, play the E string, the G string, the D string, and then the last note of the bar is open B, so you've gone back to your normal simple G chord. Timing is 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and then to finish the little exercise, third fret of the E, open D, third fret of the E, third fret of the bass E to start with, third fret of the high pitched E string to end, and again that ring finger that gets used, that third finger if you like, gets used to pick that high pitched E string. The timing 1, 2, 3, and that last note rings on. So the last two bars. And I think that's a nice little thing to play. Often you need something to play when somebody hands you a guitar or you're in a shop. That's a fairly cool little thing you could sit and try on an acoustic guitar, and you could sound quite professional if you could play that. Of course it takes a bit of practice, but we love practicing, don't we? We want to get good, so we practice it and we get good. Eventually it takes time. I'm kind of winging it as I'm going here with these lessons. I'm never really sure what the next lesson's going to be. For the moment I'm concentrating on this clawhammer picking style. Obviously that's going to run out of gas eventually, and I'll be going on to some strumming things. I'll be doing some stuff on my electric guitar and talking about bending and slurring and all kinds of stuff. Maybe talk about amps and effects. All to come. Not quite sure where this is taking us, but it's quite fun. Hope you're enjoying the journey. Hope you're enjoying learning with me. And if you do have any questions, please do get in touch with me. You can do that via my website. There is a contact form. The address is on your screen now. Or you can leave a message on YouTube, whatever you like to do. If you like this video, please press the like button and the subscribe button and that bell icon. If you click that, you'll get notified every time I do a new video, which is these days just about every day. I don't know how long I'll keep this up. I'm fairly prolific. At the time of doing this video, I've got well over 800 videos up on YouTube. I often worry if the YouTube hard drive ever gets filled up, what do we do? I'm sure it's a very big hard drive, probably an entire warehouse full of drives, who knows. But it's a fantastic thing, YouTube, so God bless it, I say. Okay, so that's all from me today. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.